So today I'm going to be going through a brand new book that I got from well, not brand new, but it's because I got it from a charity shop, it's a second-hand book. But as far as existing within my house, it's brand new, and I got this from a um, a kids charity, something for a kids charity. In America, you call them thrift stores, but they're just like it's the same it's similar principle as you buy something cheaper, but in these they're charity shops, so they benefit a charity. I don't know what a thrift store benefits, but so when I put things for SEO purposes, I say thrift store. It's just because that's what Americans will know of better. Whether you have charity shops in America, I do not know. Please do let me know in the comments if you do. And about the how thrift stores work. I could Google it, but I'd much rather hear it from you. Um, and this was a kids charity, and for some reason the name has uh, has um, has escaped me, which is terrible. I have an absolutely appalling memory for names, by the way. So here I am about to go through it. I've got my tea in my pirate mug, if you can see that. Look, the animation, the design of the skull and crossbones almost reminds me a bit of One Piece. I haven't really watched that. Watched little bits of the live action with my wife and son, and one of one of the nice things about that is the kid who plays the main character. He reminds me a little bit of my nephew, so that's all nice. But anyway, this is again, it's another fairy tale or rhymes and verses book, and I've been getting more of these recently, mostly because these are the ones that I've actually just found as part of it in these shops. And ordinarily in the past, I've avoided ones with this kind of art because this is a bit more of a specific kind of artwork. It's very particular to this book, so sometimes to get it to gel together with other elements can sometimes be a bit of a trick. But sometimes it's nice for if that's the kind of thing you're going for. If you want to have something that jarring, then it will work well. So I've done a piece called "Do Not You Don't or Don't Like What You See," where it's got two kids from one fairy story looking into a mirror, and I replaced their picture and I put something of some withered up old man. It may have even been Fagin. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But they were kind of similar-ish, but they were different enough where the whole thing's jarring. But that was the entire point. So here, I mean, these are very well drawn pictures. I mean, this is crumpled up a bit, unfortunately, but it's not to the point where it's unusable, which is good. So some of these pages are a bit crumpled because it was a kid's book. Kids are going to be a bit rough. It's out on the Pussycats. Pussycat will be quite good for something. So, I mean, an obvious one. In fact, do I have a pencil nearby? No. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to write in pen. In fact, I do actually have a pencil, I think. I'm going under the hood a bit here. I apologise for this. It's just one thing you've got to learn is you take you write down the inspiration when it comes to you. I do have somewhere a really cool pen that I got from a supermarket, pencil even I got from a supermarket called Asda, where the whole thing's black, and it's just a bit fun for me, but I don't know where that is right now. So I'll write a little note here. So Sea of Skulls. So that's. And I'll put a question mark. I might do that. Or I might do a sea of something else. But they're going to be swimming in something. So always good when I go through these. Even if you're not intending on making something at the time, what I will usually do is if I can if I can come up with an idea and I haven't got time to do it, I'll just write it down in the. Some people will fold over the pages, but if I can find, and I'll sometimes do that. If I can't, if it's just like a picture that is interesting to me, this pencil's broken. If it's interesting to me, I will then just write. I will, and I don't have anything specific in mind. Then I'll just fold the page. But here I had something that could possibly be in mind, or a question of what. In this case, in this picture, a question of what's interesting. So, so what is she hooking? When I come back to this, I might be able to come up with something, have something that will work. Now this is one where it's going to be difficult for me to work it in with anything. I mean, these if I do something about military and something military based, and I want to do something a bit silly and daft, then yeah, the Humpty Dumpty is going to be a little hard. I mean, but I think this is actually probably the superior picture, so this might be a moot point anyway. Some of these, again, they're very this book specific, so those ones. This one might be it would be a good one to work with. I could just remove that and put something else there, but I do not know what. But I won't write a note there because that's obvious what's going to happen with that. These are good pictures as well, but this is a very difficult to cut around, so I may just like use this to for brevity. I mean, but then this will as well. I mean, this is good. This is very good. This is a really good. This Dr. Foster one's very good, but it's going to be. I don't know whether it will be difficult to cut out. You'll see all these lines of rain on it, so that might look a little strange, but it'll be fine. Hopefully, this is very good. This is easily that I can use for something. Obviously, the lamb's got to go. Well, maybe it could stay and have something on his head. She could be holding something else. Obviously, something could come through the window. Other things. Yeah, this on the other side is definitely the better picture to that one. That's a pretty good picture. But then says that no, that one's much better. Easily. So this is pretty good as well. So some of these, yeah, are very easy to introduce into the regular collages. I mean, this is a good picture on its own. This is, in fact, one of those things where you don't have to. This is a great picture in itself. You don't have to do anything to it. It's always annoying when you come across. It's good. Yeah, it's good if you want something nice to look at or fun to look at. You come across that. But as a collage artist, you got something where things are basically complete. You don't need to. It's a bit annoying. So okay, this is good. So, because some of these things are very this book specific, but some of them are a little bit more. It's not 100% uniform. So this is good. Do something with that. So what's this thing here? So again, this is very good to do stuff with, even if I just isolated him and her from something. So this one would be a little harder to integrate into what is my regular work. Other artists who have different styles will do something. Will really favour something like that. This actually, with the cat looking through, it looks like it's actually like something that someone I'm friends on TikTok with, a lady called Beverly Acton. She actually has a piece of artwork, a collage of hers where it has got a cat looking through a window. So I thought of that piece when I saw this. So this she could be wistfully looking out at something that's completely different from from what she's actually looking at. So it could be like the chaos on the outside world, or just something inappropriate to to it not being a or oppositional to it being a twinkle. It's the idea the for me the my instinct is to usually go to the opposite of what is already there, because it almost seems like there's no point in changing it. So in some ways that can make things look a little predictable, but sometimes you can put these things together as a collection, as a theme. So sometimes I wonder, should I do this because I've done it before, or something similar before? Then I wonder, well, just because I've done something similar before, why should I not do it? Not everything has to be exactly like how exactly brand new. You can do things that are on a similar theme. These things, it's almost like, but then it's like poetic stanzas where things rhyme. I'm probably messing up poetry here and getting everything totally wrong, but this is good. I mean, this bit here is possibly a problem, but I can just cut out around there, and that's how it goes. Not everything has to be perfect. Somebody tore through that there, but it's not a big deal, because this bit I wouldn't do anything with. I don't see any potential for that. This I could. It's the same picture as before about the hook being hooked. This line here I can easily glue down. You won't see much of it, or cover it. So in fact, I could actually have a hook. If I could do something with getting around the rest of the sheep, I could actually have it hooking itself, possibly. So again, these kind of ones aren't my style. That one be good. So these are all very good pictures. I mean, they could be the kind of thing they could be dancing around. I've done two particular pieces where they've had people dancing around things. One called the trickle down effect, where it has people dancing, trickle down myth even, where I had kids dancing around like that, and some money coming down and collecting. So there's that. And I did another one called Where Hitler Burned Children Now Play, because what I'd done, and I'd made up a mock-up of Hitler being burned. And the reason for that is the real life story of that is the area in Berlin outside where the bunker was, where after he'd killed himself, his people brought him outside with what little petrol they had, and it wasn't much. They tried to burn his remains, and that area is now actually a kid's playground. So that's where that piece came from. So I don't know if these ones would possibly workish. I don't know. Again, it's not so much my style. My style is just a bit of weirdness, anger, and some political work. So cutesy stuff isn't usually what I do. And so there are some other people who do that much better than me. But if you see here, there are a lot of very good, high quality pictures to work with here. And even if I only used like a third of these pictures, this book would have been more than worth it. In fact, a lot of books you buy for collage art source material, you wouldn't use as many as a third from the book. There's a lot you wouldn't use. Here there's a lot I could use. So again, here you have the potential. Something that's always a potential for me, and I always talk about doing, is where you have we have open windows, people looking out of a window. That is usually a staple of kind of weirdos like us do. So that's one of the things you do, and half the time, another thing is replacing the sky with something. Is another thing we tend to do. It's one of those things. Maybe it has become a bit of a trope. However, it's fun to do, and it's a way of, it's like the whole thing I've talked about with inversion, of taking something and making it its opposite. It's just how my brain works, and a lot of collage artists do this, and it's because we're basically reassembling the world as we fit or see fit, or just for our own little twisted pleasure. So this is a very good book, as you can see. It's a very good find, especially for the, I mean, this is a very good picture, especially for the price of only being £1. So that's not too dissimilar to $1 now. I remember when £1 was worth $2. Those days are gone. So let me see what you say, what you like about this book, whether you like it, and as previously, my question about charity shops and thrift stores. This whether you have them charity shops in America, and what thrift stores, who they benefit, whether it's just like the store owner or whatever. You have flea markets there as well, don't you? So they're usually, I don't know if you can get, you can use sometimes, I think you can usually get that old books from there. So I mean, I have some as much of that in this country, but maybe it's not too bad a thing, because my house would be absolutely full of this stuff otherwise. So let me know what you think, whether you like it, and like, share, and subscribe. That's a great way of helping me. It costs you absolutely nothing. It just costs you a little bit of your time. Tell your friends if you know other collage artists or people who are interested in that, or looking at older books in this case. And my description has my link tree, as my merch, which has my merch links in it. Which one of those includes my Patreon account, which you can support me for various tiers, and I have I should have a thanks button at near the bottom of this video, even if you have to click the little 3 dotted thing to bring it down. So let me know what you think, and I shall speak to you soon. Thank you.